All this Extreme Festival action is proudly brought to you by InvestChem, the V8 Supercars, and SKF. It's the Motorsport Festival at Kyalami, incorporating the third round of the Extreme Festival, and a welcome return for the V8 Supercars and V8 Masters as part and parcel of the Extreme Festival. The Rolling Thunder and Big Bangers are back, and these cars absolutely relish being here at Kyalami. They get to open themselves up and show exactly what they're made of, and great to see some new names involved in this series, with Monica Martins being one of the top lady drivers in the country and now starting to show the prowess required to drive one of these big machines. Problems right at the start though, Ben Morganroot pulling into pit lane. His youngest son, Benjamin, a little bit further back there, sitting in about 6th place, but that leaves Mackie Adlam all alone on the front row with two very hungry youngsters on his tail looking to close down as quickly as they can. They drop the hammer as the lights go out, and it's everything she's got down towards the kink and Crowthorne. And Monica Martin's tucking right underneath that wing as they head down there, trying to find a way through. Wolford's on the outside. Heading onto the braking markers, looks like Franco Matteo in the Italian Stallion there. The Varta Batteries Jaguar having a big look on the inside, maybe sneaking through to 4th place and squeezing, just squeezing out Larry Wolford. Wolford all over the back. Terry Wolford, his son, a bit further up the field. And a nice start there from Mackie Adlam. He's got big pressure coming from Terry Wolford as they go through barbecue for the first time onto the little short back straight. Looks like the Italian Stallion is up into 3rd place. Yes, Franco Matteo, good move there. Just squeezing ahead and getting through on Benjamin Morganroot. Benjamin Morganroot just showing Monica Martins the way through. And wow, what a move there from Larry Wolford. Larry Wolford just using a little bit more experience here at the circuit to get through the infamous Sunset Corner. He went a little bit wide, but managed to keep it on the track and comes ahead of Monica Martins. Monica Martins, at the last round of these cars racing, actually took the first victory for a lady in a V8 supercar. So she certainly knows what to do, and now has her hands full with 4 very hungry drivers, and all of them trying to just not let the lady beat them. Get to the top of the hill, and it's Mackie Adlam. There's a move already from the Black Cat, and wow, I tell you, Di Matteo, he is very quick around here. He's had a couple of extra little laps around the circuit, playing around in different categories, but certainly paying off well for him here as he closes down on Terry Wolford. Larry Wolford trying to do the same thing there to Benjamin Morganroot. Benjamin Morganroot, remember, only 16 years of age, doing a super job under braking as they come into Crocodiles for the first time. Problems. Oh no, that's Di Matteo. Di Matteo spun out. The Black Cat just climbed on the loud pedal a little bit too hard, and unfortunately, he's gone right onto the inside of the Crocodile section. He comes back online just ahead of Thomas Reeb. Thomas Reeb in a brand new car there, Coca-Cola sponsored. Great to see that, and unfortunately, yes, safety car as one of the V8 Masters is parked on the sideline. Safety car pulls in and we restart, and look at how Mackie Adlam uses the advantage of being the man in the front. It looks like Terry Wolford's got a slight problem as they come through Ingwe corner. Benjamin Morganroot all over the back of him, and he's losing ground rapidly there. He tries to get on the loud pedal, but you can see Mackie Adlam has just disappeared. He caught them all napping and he gets away. Benjamin Morganroot also falling by the wayside there into the clutches of Wolford, and looks like Monica Martins going side by side with him as they come around into the first kink. Good to see the Italian Stallion. Fortunately, didn't lose out too much there. Look at how he's closing in under braking. Big move there from Franco Matteo, but he doesn't make it stick, and he puts big pressure onto the young lady. Running wide. It looks like Wolford might have run a little bit wide there. Yes, Wolford with a problem. He ran a bit wide coming out of Crowthorne, now through Yuxke and into Barbecue. He lost a lot of ground. Thomas Reeb made up the most ground there. Good driving from Reeb. He's got Archie Compound right on his tail, and then Stevie Herbst a bit further back from that. Great to see the usual contenders and a couple of new drivers in this series. Flying through Sunset. Absolutely everything she's got now, heading up towards Clubhouse Corner. Let's see whether or not something's going to change up at the front end. I don't think anybody's got what it takes to match Mackie Adlam, but look at the battle here for second. Great driving. Monica Martins has hit the front, and she's now trying to get away from Benjamin Morganroot. Benjamin Morganroot, he's just keeping Franco Matteo and Wolford at bay. They come through the S's, and the young lady is starting to pull away. The Royal Purple car is starting to get away from both the Benjamin Morganroot car and Franco Matteo. Di Matteo putting pressure. The Varta Batteries Jaguar up the inside. It's the big Black Cat trying to take on that Mustang. Horsepower. Yeah, normal horsepower, but this is massive horsepower when it comes to that big Mustang of Benjamin Morganroot's. Considering the man is only 16 years of age, he is doing a great job to keep out the current champion in this category. Hard on the brakes coming down as they're coming to the final stages now. The checkered flag is waiting. Who's going to have what it takes here? Can Di Matteo find a way through? No, he can't. Oh, Benjamin Morganroot runs wide. Morganroot's made a mistake. And looks like, yes, Di Matteo's going to sneak through. Can Wolford do the same thing? Wolford's going to try and follow him through as they come out of the cheetah turn. Coming into Ingwer now. Wolford's on the inside. Wolford's got the line. The checkered flag is coming up. Oh, there's a touch there. The checkered flag is out for Mackie Adlam. Second place goes to Lonica Martins. And third place, eventually, Frankie Di Matteo just getting across the line there. Larry Wolford coming through and beating Benjamin Morgan to the line. What a dice in the V8 Supercars. Thomas Reed first time out in 6th place. Oki Kompon, a good drive for him in 7th. And Stevie Herbst in 8th. We caught up with the Italian stallion, Frankie Di Matteo.
I wasn't going to race the car, and they invited me to come. After 7 months of not racing my V8, I pulled it out and came here yesterday. I had one practice section, and this morning we qualified 5th on the grid. And in the race, it was actually, me and Terry had a ding-dong of a race. And I lost it through the mine shaft down in the bowl, in Crocodile Bowl there. And then I came back from 7th back to 2nd and back to 3rd.